podcast is literally today, March 4th, 2020. Okay, awesome. First episode of the podcast. I have a gentleman by the name of Franco who runs his channel known as Francoach. Correct? Did I say that right?
Francoach.
How do you spell that?
Francoach. Francoach. Like Franco, but Francoach.
Right on. Awesome. Sounds good, dude. Cool. Well, welcome guys to the podcast. My name is Mircko. I currently am running a YouTube channel, Mircko Media, and along with all my social media with the same name as well. So Mircko Media is Mirckomedia. Mircko Media, all one word. Anyways, we can go over that at the end. I might even cut that out of the podcast. We'll see. Yeah. I don't know. So this is cool. First time doing a podcast, but definitely am not shying away from certain things I want to talk about. So number one is me engaging with a lot of the San Diegan community is a big thing, which is why I wanted to do the podcast, which is a bit separate from the norm that I engage in, which is like I'll vlog and I create video work, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm really here to see what you're about. So if you want to give the audience a little introduction about you, who you are, and what it is that you do and what it is that you're focusing on with your channel, and what you're driving it.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm from El Salvador originally. I've been living here for 7 years, and I decided to get into YouTube probably 2 years ago, and since that moment, I also have a job, right? Full-time job. I work in a restaurant. Trying to get out of there, but it's kind of hard. So my problem with my channel, in my case, is trying to find a niche, which is really important if you really want to succeed in YouTube. I think having a niche is really important. My problem is that I like too many things in life. Like I'm into magic, I'm into football, I'm into food as well because I can cook, I can do cocktails. I would love to get into vlogging. So there's too many things, and each thing that I like is a separate niche.
Okay.
So it's kind of hard to put it all together. So for now, my channel, I just talk about football. But honestly, it's kind of boring to just talk about football, even though I love football. But it can get a little bit boring if I just talk about football. I also want to talk about magic. I want to do vlogs. I want to interview people. Kind of like a podcast, but more just interviews. So yeah, that's my problem right now with YouTube. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out my niche or how to mix it up to make one niche among all the things that I like.
Yeah, it's the thing is kind of crazy. There's so much going on nowadays. There's just so much. A quick scroll on the YouTube, and
crazy.
I have things that are tailored to me because of what I've clicked before.
Yeah.
Minus the fact that my son watches kid shows and Ryan's toy review and CK and toys,
killing it, bro.
And it's nuts. that guy has way too many. He has a Nick Jr. show. He's in
really
Target.
does.
He's in Target, all the Target, Walmarts, all the mainstream mainstream retail. Yeah, that kid's big.
He's killing it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I totally get you with the working a job. I'm doing the same, and I stay busy, and I have other things, in regards to my work and some classes to take, and then the baby stuff,
I kind of admire you for that because you work full time, then you go to study, then you get home, you have a family too. So it's kind of when I think about you, I'm what's my excuse? Because in my case, I'm single. I just have one job. So I have a lot of free time, let's say, and I still I don't feel I'm putting enough effort to try to do something. But I will.
You know what, man? When I was I'm not gonna say like, because we're pretty much like the same age, but I'm not
Yeah,
gonna say like when I was your age. But
yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm saying is like when I was in your position
Yeah, single
of
and
being
everything.
single and
Yeah.
no kid and no real responsibilities aside from
Mhm.
a cell phone, some rent,
Yeah.
a car payment, and a job. Like that's it,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
It was life changing to have a kid, to be
Mhm.
have a family, and then like to live in San Diego, it's expensive.
It's very expensive,
So
dude.
I went the route of, excuse me,
Mhm.
an apprenticeship, which is construction
Mhm.
apprenticeship. So they go about it the right way. It's affiliated through like the community college. And then I take classes for like 4 years and then you get certified. You know, they do it the right way instead of like non-union who, you know, it's hard to get benefits and,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
things like that. So mind you guys, if anybody listening out there is interested in like the construction work, and mind you, there's other details to it. Not to get too much into it, but it doesn't have to be like back breaking work where you have to, you know, pick up a shovel and, you know, get dirty like that. But it's they have positions in the union where you're able to go into an apprenticeship, you get certified, they pay for everything for the most part, and then like you don't have to pay anything up front in the apprenticeship.
Yeah.
I didn't pay for a thing, and they start you off, and then you get regular wage increases until you top out, and you're guaranteed a salary of almost a 6-figure salary by the time you're complete. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
like it's anywhere ranging between 75 to like 95,000 depending on what you pick, but 75 being like the lowest, at least within my apprenticeship. And then obviously you get even more wages if you become like a foreman or whatever. But that's neither here nor there, aside from the fact that there's an apprenticeship available, and if even with no experience you could still get into the construction industry and try that, you know. But it's not for everybody. Some people don't even like it, not that they can't do it, but they just probably
They just don't like
they
it.
just
Yeah.
don't like it, you know. So
Yeah.
other than that, man, I mean, yeah, dude, growing the social media is a tough one. Obviously, we all try to grow a YouTube channel,
Yeah.
and some people start it and then they realize, you know, it's a bigger challenge that if you don't really love what you're doing, you're pretty much going to give it up. If you're not thinking about it every single day, you're pretty much not going to do it.
Yeah.
And if you really don't like when you work
Now you
the
have
job,
to love it, dude.
yeah,
You
like
have to love it. Yeah. For example, when this started, you could upload a video and go viral. You know, like very easy. And that's how a lot of YouTubers that are big now, that's how they started. But now it's kind of hard. It's more difficult. Now if you really want it, you have to show it that you really want it. You have to love it. You know.
yeah, and you know what? Even more than just like showing the quality, like from what I've seen from a lot of, you know, obviously there's top influencers and everything,
Yeah.
but like you really have to be consistent.
Oh yeah.
Like I never realized how much of that was until, like, for example, like, yeah, thank you, Gary Vee. You know,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
you're a indirectly a motivational speaker without you know knowing it. You know you're a real top influencer, and I appreciate that. If you're listening out there, if you happen to ever come across this, thank you. I know Franco loves you too, but like I didn't realize it until like I followed Twitter, and then I had never touched Twitter until Gary Vee's like, you need to push a bunch of platforms. And I'm like, okay, you know what? Like F it, you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna get Twitter, you know, I'll get Instagram, I'll get Snapchat, I'll get Facebook, you know? And so I started doing Twitter, and then I'd see Gary Vee pop up. He pops up in my feed like 7 times a day, and it starts like when I wake up like anywhere between like 3:30 and 5:30, depending on when I go to work, and also if I need to do work on a video, I get up a couple hours before I go to work. So, and then I still see a tweet from him, and obviously he's up. You know, I don't know what time he's up, and I know he works a lot, but you know, he's up at 8 o'clock over there while I'm up at 5 in the morning here, and I get those messages, and I'm like, man, this guy's up, you know, and going and already posting, and even if it's just to say, hey, good morning, he writes that, you know, and I think he does that for the sake of self-awareness, because when you keep, it's like the ads that you see in commercials, like he pops in your feed more than like a Bounty paper towel commercial or like a Tide soap.
It's kind of like a reminder, though. It's a good thing. Like he reminds you, hey, like.
You know what I think? I think that's
hustling.
kind of how like they do the sponsorships, and like let's just say you go to the Padres Stadium, right? And you go to the game, and you always see in the back Saquon Casino, right? And then so whenever you see Saquon, right, it's that subconscious like, oh, I'm comfortable because I see it, so therefore I'm gonna try that. And so I'll consider it more than I see Barona or Pachanga, which are other local casinos in like around the San Diego County and stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's what he's doing, so that we become comfortable with Gary Vee and him all over the place. He's just gonna be dominant. Like he's gonna monopolize the media marketing. You know,
It's practically
which is crazy.
doing it. Yeah, he's doing it.
I just think we
Yeah,
just don't
man.
notice it. You know, I think we're just looking at it for what he's posting rather than what he's really doing. Like whatever he's posting is just on his way there, but his actual motive is like he's gonna be everywhere.
Yeah,
And it's nuts. And I think with technology, like there's just gonna be a bunch of different platforms and a bunch of different things to really like infiltrate in everybody's mind. Because as soon as I open my phone, a Twitter notification pops up, and
also
it's better than TV.
I don't know if you're subscribed to like text message stuff.
Oh, his like the
Yeah.
wine library or something.
No, it's more like he texts you like basically every day, like a phrase of inspiration or something like that.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
a text
No.
message. He says Gary Vaynerchuk.
Dude, that's nuts.
Classic,
That's nuts, dude. That just means
so that's inspiring too, because I receive a text message. I'm like, oh, I wonder who is it. It's Gary V, with
What
like
the-
a phrase or something, and it's kind of like a reminder as well, you know.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, our phones are way better than the TV. Which you know
Yeah.
how he says he's like
Nowadays,
the TV is the radio, like the TV, like how the TV is to the radio is what our phones are to the TV.
yeah.
So
yeah.
the phone
It
is the TV and the TV is the radio, you know?
basically,
And
yeah.
that's really kind of what it's coming down. But you know what's crazy is even
Mm.
though the radio is the radio, there
Mm.
it's like a internet radio. So instead of us waiting for that show to come up on the radio, we're doing a lot
We
of
choose it.
obviously like podcasts and audio.
Yeah.
We get to it's an on demand, you know, which now
Which is
you know
way
podcast is
cooler.
huge. Like I'm starting a podcast.
Mhm.
I'm one of hundreds
A
of
lot of
thousands,
people, yeah.
you know, probably
Yeah.
hundreds of thousands. Just like there's hundreds of thousands of YouTube stuff, there's hundreds of thousands of podcasts, which is nuts. Like it's just
Yeah,
crazy. It's so much.
I think also it's popping
Keep going.
because podcast right now is very easy to consume because we have it. If you want to watch it, you can just go to YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you are busy and you don't have time to like watch it, you are either working or working out, you are cooking, you are cleaning the house, you can always listen to it while you are doing something else, like while being productive. And now people are like trying to be more productive with the time.
Yeah.
So podcast
Everybody's
is,
trying to
like,
multitask.
easier. Yeah, exactly, multitask.
I
So
mean,
it's
even
easier to consume now.
I mean, we want even
You know,
like I guess even as simple as wireless headphones. You know, it just gets in
Oh.
the way. It's like even
Even
that
better.
amount of time for you to
Even
get
better.
that out of the way is a nuisance. Like it's an
Yeah.
eyesore. Like now everything is wireless
it's true.
for the most part, and so like that's how impatient and preferenced and everything needs to be convenient and how
Yeah.
spoiled we are. Like
We are becoming like more impatient for sure, and that's why technology is making us more impatient. We want everything now, quick. We want to be more productive, and that's why podcasts are popping. It's just easy to listen to it. I see a lot of people at the restaurant, like when they go to a restaurant with the AirPods.
yeah,
You might think they're probably on the phone or listening to music. I'm pretty sure they are listening to a podcast. I'm 100% sure.
you know what?
You know.
Like, and in case anybody, excuse me,
Yeah.
pardon me. In case anybody wonders, like, yeah, I'll work construction, you know, but not at all times am I like managing a high power tool or something. And, but I'll listen to podcasts. Like, I can listen to like
While
2 Joe
working?
Rogan podcasts while I'm working.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh,
because
yeah.
sometimes like the stuff that I do, like yeah, I'll use power tools and I'll use, you know, a skill saw or I'll use a drill, you know, and a drill's not even that big of a deal. I mean, as long as I'm
Yeah.
doing safe, we wear our PPE, our gloves, and our
Yeah.
and
just-
our you know, all that. But
Yeah.
but like what I'm saying is like throughout the day, I have one playing, even if it's just like background music,
Mhm.
and I hear him talking, and they're talking for like 3 hours,
yeah.
you know, 2-3 hours, and like it's great.
It goes fast, it goes by real fast.
It makes me imagine
Because
them
what?
talking. Like all I have to do
Yeah.
is see one image of Joe Rogan talking to one person, and that's all. That's in my head just plays like that.
Exactly,
I look
yeah,
at that
yeah.
guy every time I see the podcast. I try to look at it at some point
Let
of the
you know.
podcast. Say what does not that I don't know what Elon Musk is, but because he's popping up right here,
Yeah, but you want to
I go, oh,
see,
Elon
you know.
Musk. That's what he looks like.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I cut it. That's it. I just
Okay.
need to see a picture.
yeah.
And throughout that 3 hour podcast, I'm picturing Elon Musk talking to Joe Rogan and all the actions and facial expressions that they're doing.
Yeah, yeah,
So I get lost in it. And the podcast
pretty
is like,
cool.
it's great, man. Sometimes I even play when I'm getting ready to go to work or getting ready to start the weekend with the family or something.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to church and I'm like, I'm going to throw it on while I'm in the shower.
Yeah.
Like I can listen to a podcast any time of the day. I can't watch a video any time of the day.
Yeah.
So a podcast, in a sense, could dominate my video work that I do, but everybody's going to want video work regardless, especially when I do quick cuts, straight to the point, 20, 30-second little thing on Instagram. People could see that and like, I got what I wanted. I got my fix for that video. That impact happened or that influence happened, you know?
You can always do both. Like in your case, right? You can always do both, and that's pretty cool too.
Yeah, hence this, you know?
Yeah,
Like they get a video?
Yeah.
They want to sit down or they can listen to us and be like, who the hell are these San Diegan randoms
Yeah.
who
I
decide
wanna
to pop
see it,
up on a
exactly.
podcast,
Yeah,
you know?
I want to see it.
But I think a big thing is like people want to listen to the conversation. Like
Yeah,
people are
they want
nosy.
to.
I'm nosy. Like
Yeah.
why do you think we watch some of the dumbest things on YouTube?
We're all nosy, dude.
How many?
That's why vlogs too. Like, what do you care about what somebody else that you don't know is doing? You care. I mean, you probably don't care, but you are nosy.
But you
so
care.
you want to see it.
You care, but you don't care. You know? Sorry, I'm not sorry.
Exactly. Yeah. We are like that, and we want to see what they are doing.
We're very curious.
You know?
we
So
kind of
that's-
want to know. Like even
that's
if
very cool.
maybe someone was gonna start a podcast, they're like, I know I could do that.
Yeah.
But a lot
But
of the
most people
times,
don't do it.
and unfortunately, and it's not talking crap, it's just reality is if you don't get up and do it, you're not going to do
You're
it.
not gonna do it.
But we do have that frustration where if we don't do it, but we know we could do it, which everybody could do it.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say everybody thinks that, but a lot of people think it where they go, let me see what they're doing. I could do that. Let me go see.
Yeah.
Like they want to talk you down, which,
Yeah.
you know, haters going to hate, whatever. But like that
But
happens.
then haters become fans too. Like
I hope so. I hope.
I started watching a lot of YouTubers like a hater, and now I love them. You know, I watch them now. I'm basically a fan.
Who was it that I didn't care for? And I also was like, whatever, dude. Like, I
Big
don't
example. Logan Paul. I didn't like him.
care. Yeah, he's kind of. He seems arrogant.
Before of this suicide forest.
Oh yeah, the stupid
problem,
Japanese thing.
Before that, I was like, this guy's he's a douche. But when I started liking him, is when he put his podcast. It's called
really?
Impulsive. I was like,
Impulsive?
This guy, yeah,
Like
Paul.
oh, okay.
Impulsive.
All right.
So it's pretty cool. I was like, this guy's not gonna make it. He's probably gonna do like 3 episodes, and that's it. So I heard the first one just to see, you know, I'm curious still, you know. I'm a hater, so I wanna see how he
Right.
does.
Just to be like, you know
And
what? It wasn't great at all.
First episode, I was like, this is not too bad. Then second, I was like, no, I don't like him. I mean, it's kind of fun, but I don't like him.
Like you don't
Third
like him,
episode, I was like,
but you're like this.
yeah. So I didn't like him, but now in his podcast, he shows who he actually is.
Is he like on your wallpaper too? And
He's
stuff?
it's more likable
See your
on my phone. So now I don't hate him now. I actually like him a lot.
If I see you with blonde hair and you let it grow a little long, I can be like, man, that guy really,
Dude, I swear.
really changed your interpretation of him. Which is, you
Yeah,
know
so
what's
that's-
great
uh-huh.
is because he did that. There's probably a lot of people like you, and he probably
there's a
turned them
lot.
into fans
There's a
that
lot of people
hated him,
like-
you
like
know, or
me, yeah.
disliked him.
He says it all the time in the podcast, like, that he has people approach him on the streets saying like, oh yeah, man, I used to hate you a lot. I didn't like you, but then I started watching your podcast, and now I like you a lot.
You know what, man?
Because in the podcast, he shows who he really is. He's not a douche. He's more like, he's fun. He's a fun guy. He's young still. He's like 24, I think. So he's like,
Yeah, stupid young, man.
Yeah.
That's like crazy young, you know?
very
I'm like-
successful as well.
I'm
So
like-
that's why people hate him too. Let's be honest.
Right. I mean, I'm 30, you know, and I'm like, I'm not even there. Like, I'm not there, you know, but like,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter where we start, you know. I just want to be going somewhere, you know. Like it has to be. Like every day I am beyond, how do you say, like obsessed. I'm starting to become obsessed, which it's, I mean, you got to be obsessed. Like
I've always
a
been
lot of smart
obsessed.
people can be like crazy, you know, and they're crazy for a reason because they become obsessive about something. I think when you can obsess about it, obviously in a healthy way, or at least a manageable state, controlled manner, that's kind of the point that you have to get to really make shit happen, you
To do
know?
something, to make big moves.
Yeah,
You have to be
it's
a little
tough,
bit
man.
obsessed.
Like everybody knows what it's like to feel like they could do it, but they really don't. They don't do it, and they beat themselves up, you know. Like you might have been there. I've definitely been there
Yeah, I've been
because
there a
I know
lot.
myself, so I know I've
Yeah,
been there.
I've been
But
there a lot.
it's not about that happening to you. I think the best part about it is can you get yourself out of that and then propel yourself forward. Like the 2 steps forward, 1 step back, it's life, it happens. But I think if we really associate ourselves with people that want to push each other, we might not be perfect. I might not be a success story right now, but my mind, I feel like I will be. And I want to be
That's
with
my
people who
mentality,
want to
yeah.
go. You know,
Exactly.
like you tell me I want to be a part of this, then let's go.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yep.
like you know, everything I have goes into this. You know, everything I have goes into all the time. You know, all the time it goes into that. Like it's hard for me to get up sometimes, and like I just put that extra hour of no sleep, and I'm like, do something with it. You know, don't spend 45 minutes trying to make coffee. Like you know you're tired, but take advantage of your time. You know, like really make it happen. So everything counts. Every little bit counts. You know, an extra 5 minutes on that video helped you. You know, extra 10 minutes. You know, of that time. I mean, people are like, I can't go work. I don't have time. Like, really? Leave your house, go for a run for 15 minutes. I'm pretty sure you'll be really tired if you just keep running at 80% and you're a guy that's not really in shape. You know, you can make it happen. You know what I mean? So every little bit counts and you can make the time. And what's 15 minutes in a 24-hour day, you know?
Just excuses in your head that every little thing you want to make it an excuse to not do something. Like in my case, for example, it's like I do have the time, and man, even though I don't show it in my YouTube channel because I don't upload that often. My last video was probably like 3 months ago, I think. So yeah, I don't upload often, but I gotta be honest. I think about YouTube every day, every single
Dude,
day.
I know.
And in my case, it's I'm just thinking about what should I do, what's my niche, because that's my main problem. I know how to film, I know how to edit, I know how to make different type of content. I just want to keep the order. I don't want to like do one vlog, then one podcast, then one just talking about football, then another one ASMR, then another one magic. No, like I want to keep an order, and that's what
You know what I
is
think?
just keeping me like not doing anything.
Because we've had we've had a couple talks here and there.
Yeah.
I think maybe something you should try. You might be doing it already,
Yeah.
but maybe something along with other people too
Yeah.
is like me personally. I don't write stuff down. I don't have a planner.
I do.
I don't all the time, right?
Yeah.
I just got a calendar where I kind of write stuff in,
Yeah.
which is great. But I think unless you've done it, for me, if someone was gonna give me a suggestion, it'd probably be like, you know what? How about you write everything down a lot more often than you don't, just enough to not overwhelm your day, but just enough to say, hey, you know what? I have it, so it's there, and then you do it like a checklist. So as soon as you take care of it,
Yeah.
you can take that off your list and say, I've completed it, and then you
That
go about
helps.
like, let's make that video. Excuse me, let's make that video by like Wednesday. But what are you gonna do beforehand? And then you could say, okay, I want to have one done every week. Okay, every Wednesday. But then you get to Tuesday and then you're like, oh, I'm rushing. Or you just haven't done it and then you're like, maybe next Wednesday. So I think if your A to B doesn't work, then you need to do an A and then a sub category of, okay, A1 step. So that means instead of this Wednesday for next Wednesday, okay, this Thursday, I'm going to just shoot a little bit. Okay, and then maybe Friday or Saturday, I'm going to shoot another little scene or whatever. And then Sunday to Tuesday, I'm going to edit. And so Sunday, I want to edit. I want to take it in steps. I want to do all the color grading and I want to eliminate all unnecessary clips, something like that. And then move forth in the process because
step. Yeah.
I get stuck like that, but I've been, like I said, I've been trying to get into the habit of being obsessed with what I'm trying to do. Like whatever it is that I got, like no one's gonna do it, you know.
I'm obsessed. I'm just in my case. I'm really really working hard on trying to figure out how to put my channel in order because I just made another channel that's gonna be to separate just a little bit. That's gonna be magic, and I don't know if I told you. I think I told you before that I like ASMR,
Oh yeah.
and so I kind of want to combine both because so far I haven't seen a single channel doing magic and ASMR. I seen one guy doing it, but that's not his main thing. He
So
just did it like twice, and then all his videos are like just ASMR.
so just to break it down
You know, yeah.
for
Oh, yeah.
people who
Sorry,
don't
yeah.
know, because I've also
Yeah, yeah.
uh
You're kind of new to this,
I'm
right?
looking it up right now,
Yeah, yeah.
but I know what it is in a sense.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna break it down. It's an acronym that stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. Which, if someone even told me that, I still wouldn't necessarily know. But it's basically a relaxing, often sedative sensation that begins on the scalp and moves down the body. So it's a real like intricate and articulative form of creating sound through, in a sense, people will get like super high quality microphones, but
Yeah,
they'll get
yeah.
a microphone, complete silence, and then whatever it is that they want you to hear, which it could be beads falling or just
Just
any
talking
noise.
or noises of anything like paper.
So it's very very
So a
quiet in
lot
the
of
background.
people misunderstand this and they think it's just whispering. That's what most people do. But I personally, I don't like whispering. I like more like sounds of stuffs, like
Yeah, yeah.
paper, cards, or whatever, or even just a voice like mine, like normal voice but high quality sound.
Oh
So
yeah,
it kind of gives you
like I can hear that
tingles.
right now.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of gives you tingles.
Yeah,
So that's ASMR. That's
yeah.
what it is.
Sorry, I'll get you a head.
Yeah.
I'll get you headphones for the next one.
It's
I have
okay.
them ready. But um, so we'll have the ASMR thing that you have coming up, right?
Yeah, that's the
You're
second
organizing your quote unquote niche, but
in my first channel. My second channel is very niche. It's gonna be very niche. My first one, I still have a problem with. And I have a question. I just want like your opinion on this one because I have a problem choosing my niche. I was thinking like 2 weeks ago. I was thinking about should I vlog instead because now vloggers are popping now again because vlogs were a thing like 8 years ago. And then it kind of died, right? Then podcasts were popping. Now vlogs are popping once again, and like short vlogs, like 5 minutes. And I think I'm pretty good at it. And I think vlogs is
you want to stay
cool
over here?
because you can include many niches in one vlog
Okay.
without that being without that niche having to be the niche specifically. Like I can in one vlog I can talk about football, magic, like all the stuff I like, without having to be that my niche. So I think vlogging, I was thinking it could be my niche, let's say.
So
And
we're
in
getting.
one vlog I can include everything I like or my daily life, you know.
I think it would be good. I mean, people do it obviously, so it's not like
Yeah,
it's not like it's totally left field. I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
think that everything needs to be approached in a way where here, can you do this for me? Because
Yeah.
you're better at opening bottles than I am. Apparently, I opened the wrong one and then it spills all over me.
Yeah.
So, I wonder if that ASMR sound would sound great.
Ooh,
It's
that
just
sounds really good, bro.
you know, but
Once I open my channel, I'll pass you the link and I'll show you how good it is.
yeah, oh hell yeah. So with everything on it, I think that's kind of how you have to go because if you can manage, if you can manage to get everybody's attention, then you're gonna get the 6-7 different people on it. Like this podcast is gonna go on the same channel where I do my cinematic edits.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know what happened. Oh, it got full. So
Okay.
we'll just continue like this.
Yeah,
The last
yeah.
bit. So
Yeah, it's
it'll
okay.
be. I bet you I'll do that in the
It's
beginning.
okay.
Anyways,
Yeah.
if we can include everything in there, like I'm including cinematics, I'm including a podcast, and I also want to include a vlog. I just posted a video up. I don't do tutorials. I like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I felt like I kind of went in a little over my head, not in a sense where I can't handle the pressure, but like I was also recording with my son, and
Yeah.
so I let him in there for the bloopers. Like he wanted to be in there, and it turned
Yeah.
into bloopers, and I was like, cool, I'm gonna ride with it. And then I
Yeah.
wanted to give people an understanding of my settings for when I shoot, like when I shot
Yeah.
that bit of B-roll.
Mm.
I know it wasn't the greatest, but
Mhm.
but the thing is that I think a lot of people need to know is the consistency of uploading. Is my goal is to upload 2 to 3 videos a week,
That's a lot, bro.
amongst posting,
That's a lot.
and then I want the podcast to be the 4th video. Like that's my
Damn.
goal, right?
Really?
Yeah, I really want to. I'm trying to get to that. Like I
Well,
told myself,
start slowly though. Like
I've been starting
one
slowly
video
for
a
the
week.
past 3 years.
What?
I've been starting slowly for the past 3 years. You know how many people vlog with a cell phone?
Oh no, yeah, it's true.
I think
No,
if
but-
I'm gonna go and do it, like why not? I've been trying it for so long, trying to do
What
one
I'm
video,
trying to say, yeah,
trying to
yeah.
do 2.
But you are being consistent doing it. Because I went to your channel and you don't have that many videos. So what I'm trying to say is, start slow, but consistently this time. Like start
Exactly.
one video a week, but for sure one video a week. When you feel comfortable with that, 2 videos a week. Because it sounds easy to say, oh yeah, I'm just gonna make 3 videos a week. It's hard, bro.
No, I know.
It's really hard.
Trust me.
You
know
yeah,
how long?
I know it is hard.
Okay, so for the people out there,
Especially
if
a
you guys are
podcast, too.
making right, well,
Yeah.
this will be easier because I'm gonna let this run.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe a simple color grade, maybe. If not, I'm just gonna let it run. People can watch it. Podcast will go up. The only time it's gonna take me is the uploading. That's the only time I'm gonna invest in it. Really, I might cut some parts here and there, but one of the biggest things I was gonna say too is for people that are gonna create, that want to get a camera, that wanna do something is, it used to take me about, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I used to invest almost like 32 hours to 36 hours a video vlog that only lasted like anywhere between 8 and 12 minutes.
12 minutes, yeah.
That took me a long time. I used to try to make everything like badass B-roll, good cinematics. And it's just practice, like
Yeah,
now I
it's
know what
good.
my lighting is. Now I know how to color grade easy. Now I know how to do, like good cuts and like where it is and what looks fine. And I don't rewatch and go, no, cut that. No, cut. Like I immediately cut right away what I need and what I don't. And that's it. And short is
The
sweet.
pre-editing.
Yeah. The pre-editing is like really,
Yeah,
really key.
it's very important.
I actually do that with like, I'll have a snack or something. But when I really get into editing, I can't eat, drink, or anything. I gotta like just simply focus, no music, anything, just all in the video. But you could pre-edit, like color grade, eliminate all the easy stuff. That one just cut off.
The transitions. It's
Yeah.
okay.
But okay,
That's just that one.
it is just that one. But we'll go ahead and close it up because
We're having technical problems.
we are it's first podcast, a little bit of technical problems, but we did it. It was awesome.
It was fun.
I appreciate that you came out and were able to break down.
I appreciate you. I can come anytime.
We're able to break down some social media. I'm not gonna say myths, but maybe some social media challenges that us as
Small creators.
aspiring creators, small creators, local California guys, what we come up with and what we deal with, and those are just, not even skimming the surface of what the problems are.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But go ahead and come back, guys. I'm gonna have Francoach, over here a lot more often than not. So we'll be going over other challenges that we have and maybe other
Topics.
Other topics. I feel like us as creators, I feel like we just have a lot in common.
Yeah.
In the good, in the positives, and also with the negatives. And so dealing with the challenges with someone else, it's great to talk to, because then I get to kind of really step back and see like what your issues are when it comes to creating, or even just the technical part of like uploading and like certain things. Like, so what we'll touch next time maybe is we'll kind of go over like the clickbait stuff and the misinterpretations and all that.
We have to talk about it.
And then
It's a
maybe
huge
some
topic.
other tactics that we've taken since this podcast.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
TikTok as well.
Oh
We
yeah,
have to talk about
I'm
that.
trying TikTok, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
All right,
dude?
bro. Thank you, bro.
All right, we'll close it up, guys. Thank you very much. Again, Francoach is Instagram is FRANCOACH. I'll put that in the link in the description on the YouTube. And also my Instagram is Mircko Media, which is the same as this podcast. It's MIRCKOMEDIA. same goes as well for my YouTube channel and for is Franco. Do you have your
I know.
Instagram? Sorry,
Actually, my Instagram is it's just my name,
Your name?
Franco
Okay.
Pukirre. It's kind of hard to
Pronounce it.
yeah.
But
So,
go ahead and spell it
gonna be
out.
in
They wanna follow or do anything.
Puquirre.
The first name is Franco, Franco.
Yep.
But his YouTube channel is the Francoach.
Francoach, yeah, that's
Okay.
my YouTube channel.
My YouTube channel is the same, Mircko Media. And yeah, so we're all done. Thank you very much, and we will be back for the next episode. Thanks, guys. Hey guys, just wanted to make a correction that the name of the podcast is actually Mircko Talks, not Mircko Media. Mircko Media is for all my other social media platforms. I do appreciate you guys listening to the podcast, and definitely subscribe as I do have more episodes to come, and always uploading the video of the podcast as well, which you can check out on YouTube. As stated before, that is in fact Mircko Media. Okay, thank you very much, and you guys have an amazing day.